Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we're going to look at our nesting dolls, and we have some Yo Gabba Gabba nesting dolls. Say hello to Muno. Hi guys! We also have some Teletubby nesting dolls. Say hi to Po. Heyo! And right in the very back are the little Tombliboos from In the Night Garden. Tombliboo! Tombliboo! So what we're going to do is we're going to play a hiding game. Somewhere inside one of these nesting dolls is Iggle Piggle, and another nesting doll has a Makka Pakka. So what's the best way to find out where they are in the nesting dolls? By shaking them. Okay, so we have the Tombliboos, and we're going to shake each Tombliboo and see if something's inside. Nothing in that Tombliboo. I think I heard something. Let's see, Tombliboo. Who's inside? It's Makka Pakka! Makka Pakka! Makka Pakka! We found our first In the Night Garden character. And we'll shake this last Tombliboo, but you know what? This Tombliboo doesn't open. So there's nothing inside this Tombliboo. Let's go on to the next nesting doll. So we found our Makka Pakka, and now we're going to shake the Teletubbies and see if there's anything inside. And we don't need to shake Po, because even though Po has a line, Po does not open. Let's shake Lala. Oh! And we opened up Lala, and nothing is inside of Lala. And we were going to shake Dipsy. Nothing inside of Dipsy. And now Tinky Winky. Nothing inside of Tinky Winky. Let's move on to the next set of nesting dolls. We still have to find Makka Pakka's friend, Iggle Piggle. Okay, we are going to shake our Yo Gabba Gabba gang to find Iggle Piggle. So let's start with Muno. Is Iggle Piggle inside of you, Muno? No! How about Fufa? Nobody's inside of Fufa. How about Plex? Nothing's inside of Plex. How about Tootie? I hear something inside of Tootie. Let's open you up. And who's peeking out? Blue Iggle Piggle is inside Blue Tootie. Yay! We found our In the Night Garden characters, Iggle Piggle and Makka Pakka. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today Kitty and I are showing you a new In the Night Garden toy. But Kitty, you've got to move out of the way so our viewers can see the toy. Everyone say hi to Kitty first. There she goes. It is a Tombliboo's clock, and it's made of wood. There's all sorts of numbers all around that flip, but we need to make them flip the right way so they go from 1 to 12. So help me out. That's right. We need this to be a 1, 2, that's right, 3, 4, that shouldn't be a 1, that needs to be a 5, 6, 7, 10, that's not right. We need to make it an 8, 9. This needs to be a 10. And this needs to be an 11. There. Our clock is now from 1 to 12. So let's move the big hand down to the 5 and the little hand to the 12. That reads 5 o'clock. See how the little hand is to the 12, the big hand is to the 5. Now let's change it to another time. We're going to move the big hand and leave the little hand on the 12. Let's see. What if I put the big hand down to the 6? that says 6 o'clock. Little hands on the 12, big hands on the 6. And Kitty likes this. She's having fun. Okay, Kitty, should we teach them another time? Now these little wooden hands don't seem to want to stay where I put them. So we're going to have to push the clock and make it a little flatter. Still a little bit more. There we go. So the little hand is on the 12. The big hand is on the 3. That says 3 o'clock on the Tombliboos clock. I think Kitty's learning the time too. Are you changing the time now, Kitty? She's so silly today. Okay, Kitty, it's time to move. We need to show our viewers the other side of the clock. So we'll flip the clock around. And this says, "Good night, Tombliboos." This must be the nighttime clock. This one has pink, and the other side has blue, and the Teletubbies are holding their toothbrushes. And on the sides, see all 3 Tombliboos. It says their name, Tombliboos. And the other side is just the same. Now we have to flip our number beads so that it says 1 to 12, just like we did on the other side of the clock. There we go. And it's time to say goodnight to the Tombliboos. It's their bedtime. We'll set the clock for 7 o'clock. The little hands at the 12 and the big hands at the 7. Good night, Tombliboos, and thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we're outside and we're going to make a Teletubbies snow cake, and it's going to be very colorful. First, we need to fill the pan full of snow. We'll scoop some in using our spoon. That should be enough snow for now. Time to add the color. We're going to use bath paints. Here we have blue bathtub finger paint soap. We also have red and yellow. Bathtub paints are safe to use outside. You don't want to use regular paints because they could be bad for the environment. Let's add our red first to our cake. Time to mix it in. Next, we'll add the blue color. And finally, yellow. It's starting to look like a snow confetti cake. They look like little candies, but we don't want to eat it because it's bath paints. We're just playing. It's always good to have fun outside and get fresh air every day. Tiny Treasures goes outside every day and does something fun and creative. You could make your own snow cake outside if you have bath paints and a cake pan, but always ask your parents first. We are all finished mixing in our colors. Now we must pat the snow down tightly. Oh, poor puppy. He has snow all over his legs and his beard. He must be getting cold out here. We're going to put him inside while we finish the rest of our video. Come on, puppy. There you go. All right, we've added a little extra snow to the top, and we're ready to turn our cake over and see how it turned out. Everyone ready? 1, 2, 3. We'll give it a tap and lift it slowly. Wonderful! It looks so good. You can see the Teletubbies' faces and all the colors we used today. It looks just like our mold. Who would like a piece of our Teletubbies snow cake? Look at the center. You can see all the colors jammed in there. Well, we're all finished, and now we can chop up our cake into a whole bunch of little pieces. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we have an exciting new toy called Teletubbies Match and Stamp, a fun game. And it's a Play-Doh game. It's a very old game from 1998. Inside the square tin is a bag of yellow stamps. There's also different colors of Play-Doh. Sounds pretty dried out. Oh dear, we won't be able to use this Play-Doh. It's rock hard. That's okay. We have our own Play-Doh we can use, and it's nice and soft and moist. Here's our purple mold to create 4 squares for our stamping, and a roller to make it flat. Here are the pop-out cards. Let's use this one today. We need to match the pictures to the stamps. We're all set up and ready to start. The first stamp we need to look for is the red handbag. There it is. The next matching stamp we need to find is a picture of Tinky Winky. He has a triangle on his head. Can you see him? He's right in the corner. It's time to look for a beautiful butterfly. I love butterflies. And finally, our last stamp will be Poe. And Poe's found her stamp. Yep, it looks like you, Poe. Well, our match and stamp worked. We are matching. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today I'm super excited. We're going to be opening this rare Wizard of Oz playset. We're going to travel along the yellow brick road with Dorothy and all of her friends. We begin our journey in Munchkinland, where Dorothy's house landed on the Wicked Witch of the East. As you can see, she's wearing those ruby slippers. Let's open up Munchkinland and have a look inside. All of the Munchkins are singing and dancing. Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, floats down in her pink bubble. The Lollipop Guild Munchkins each have a yummy lollipop, and they all wear different colors. They welcome Dorothy with a song and dance. Oops, don't fall in the pond. Oops! This little guy, I don't think you're going to get him to stand up. So how about we put him in the little Munchkin house? We push the button and the roof pops up. And in comes Dorothy with Toto in her basket. She's confused and wondering where she is. Here comes Glinda to talk to Dorothy. I'm giving you the ruby slippers. They give you magical powers, and you must follow the yellow brick road to go see the wizard. The Wizard of Oz can help you. Dorothy comes up to a scarecrow. Hello! I'm missing my brains. Let's go to the wizard together. Follow the yellow brick road. Then they meet the tinsman. He's missing his heart. He decides to join Dorothy and the scarecrow to go see the wizard. Then they come across the cowardly lion. He'd like to have some courage, so he's not so afraid. They have to be very careful not to go to the witch's castle. The Wicked Witch of the West is watching Dorothy and her new friends in the crystal ball. The Wicked Witch wants her ruby slippers. Ee-hee-hee-hee-hee. Dorothy and her friends finally arrive to the Emerald City, where the Scarecrow gets fresh straw, the Tin Man gets shined up, Dorothy and the Lion have their hair done. They meet the Wizard of Oz. The wizard gives the Lion a badge of courage, the Tin Man a heart, and the Scarecrow a certificate of knowledge. Then he decides to take Dorothy home on the hot air balloon, but the wizard takes off without her. You've always had the power to go home, says Glinda. Use your ruby slippers. Tap them together 3 times. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye.